What does it mean that God rested on the seventh day? He ceased from creating, which was a declaration that the world is perfect and needs nothing else. So we spend time discussing the fact that the world doesn't appear that way. There's so much that has to be changed. Yeah, but as part of its perfection, we were created with the opportunity of making a difference. Whatever problems there are for us to repair. It's to give us an opportunity. Which means that those issues were not accidents. If the world had no issues, if there was nothing left to perfect, there would be nothing for us to do. And since the purpose was to give us the ability to perfect ourselves by way of perfecting the world around us, so the world was created perfectly imperfect. Yeah.
If that is the goal, then why is the other goal to get to Mashiach and to get to Olam Haba, which is perfection of rest?
One second. Yesterday we didn't talk about Olam Haba. That'll be today's discussion.
Right.
Now, with all of this came the understanding, and we've observed this in history, that with or without our participation, things work out. God did create the world, that with all of its issues, evil destroys itself or just disintegrates. There are lots of bumps along the way. But ultimately, this world was created in a way where built in is that the issues present themselves for us to get involved, but with or without our involvement, they will be solved. All week, we don't think this way. All week, we've got to live responsibility. On Shabbos, Hashem says, take a step back, remember the truth. This world is perfect. Feel the perfection. Relax. Enjoy and stop worrying. And indeed, the attitude of Shabbos is supposed to be everything's taken care of. That's nice. But there's still something. There's still something that we cannot be at peace with. Yeah, the problems will iron themselves out. But we still see good people suffering, and we see evil people prospering. What are we supposed to do on Shabbos? Close our eyes to that. If you study the song that they sang in the temple on Shabbos, which we say is More Shir Yom Shabbos, the song for Shabbos. So the opening line is beautiful. Yeah, it's so great to give praise to Hashem. But if you go through the whole thing there, it's not all dealing with Shabbos. It is dealing with this very issue. The issue of what is called Sadik Varalo, the suffering of the righteous. Rosh the prospering of the wicked. And it seems like this is an integral part of Shabbos, living with this problem. So much so that this is the subject that we're discussing in the song for Shabbos. And what's the answer? So it begins by saying, Yishbar lo yedau chsibo yovin ezos. If you're a fool, or an empty person, there's no way you can understand it. Before Rishonim Kmo said, when the wicked prosper, when they grow like grass, and they blossom in full color. Lihishamdom adei ad. What is that? So this verse is in the Psalms, but we are told that King David did not write it. It was actually written by Adam. Adam was a prophet. And what Adam is saying is the perfection of this world includes the world to come. Meaning if you don't put the world to come into the equation, then we're left with lots of questions. The wicked prosper? Oh, they must have done something right and they're getting the reward in this world, so that there'll be nothing left for the world to come. To destroy them for eternity. And what's with the, why is it that bad things happen to good people? So that they'll have a perfect state in the world to come. What does that mean? We're only seeing half the picture. This world is perfect. Any imperfections we see will be compensated for in the world to come. And there's a reason for it. No one's perfect. And you're better off having hardship in this world and having a better state in the world to come. Yeah.
When you say any imperfection that we see, I feel like it differs so much. Like something that somebody sees, like that could be bad for somebody might not be bad for somebody else.
Okay. Another part of it really is that it's very subjective. I know, they used to say, Tzaddik Gorala, why is it that you have the pious ones? Why is it so bad for them? And the answer they used to give us is, go ask them. They seem to be very happy. Why do the wicked prosper? Go ask the wicked. Are they really so happy? It's true, there is no question about it, that things are very, very subjective. Nevertheless, it bothers us. True, okay, good people know how to take suffering and they grow from it. But if you ran the world, would you subject them to that? That's what we need the world to come to understand. That has to be part of the equation. Yeah.
The reward of the world to come is having a relationship with Hashem. Why does suffering in this world increase your relationship with Hashem? It can, obviously, if someone's very righteous, so it's the reasons behind it, but it doesn't necessarily.
Only if there's something we got to make up for. If someone is absolutely perfect, then it's totally necessary, as far as we see it. Whereas if somebody is almost perfect, and he does grow from it, and in the world to come he'll be growing.
Why would that be? Is it that suffering in this world increases his relationship with Hashem?
Absolutely perfect. Or absolutely, it makes him more perfect. Yes.
So then he wouldn't be in heaven for everyone else.
No way. No way. He suffered here? No, not at all.
Suffering is so subjective though. Like someone moving down to like a single mattress might be like luxury for one person.
Yeah, sure. A lot of suffering we bring upon ourselves by making ourselves needy. Of course, we're the more we need, the more we end up suffering because we don't always have it.
We have proofs of this, like the suffering we have here is going to be more perfect in the world to come. We have proof.
Perfect in sources or perfect of someone who's come back to tell us. Nobody's seen it yet. The world to come hasn't happened yet.
So why I have to believe in it?
Once again, Adam, who was a prophet, lets us know that the absolute perfection of this world could not be true if you don't add to it the world to come. He's not telling you, you live for the world to come, take my word for it. What he's saying is that no level-headed human being can be at peace with suffering in this world unless he recognizes that there's a world to come. It makes sense, it's gotta be. But, that's in feeling the perfection. And that's the mesorah shel Yom HaShanah. In order to fully experience the perfection of this world, you've got to know that it includes the world to come. So really, all of stating from the 39 forms of human creation, of work, human endeavor on Shabbos, all of that must be accompanied by a basic appreciation for the perfection of the world. If one spends the entire Shabbos worrying about not transgressing and breaking one of the 39, but not really sitting back and feeling that relief, knowing that this world was declared perfect by the Creator, and feeling it, but he hasn't yet experienced Shabbos. Yeah, it's nice to have Shabbos without phones. Great, a day without phones. Yeah, it's great. That's not enough.
What about
It's a day with no worries. No worries. This world is perfect. Everything's going to work itself out. Everything's going to work itself out. Yeah.
I guess the inverse is also not keeping Shabbat, but then what if you fully have that concept, but then you break?
No, that's not enough. You need both.
Okay.
You need both. There's always the emotional, psychological side of it, and there's the physical side. You need the two in mix.
Well, and the physical side is just like a
Statement. It's a statement. It's a statement. I'm not altering nature this day because I recognize that it's perfect. It does not need my input. But you really have to feel that. So if you walk around the whole Shabbos, not doing anything wrong, but just thinking, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Ooh, you missed it. Just because you're not answering your phone, that doesn't mean that you're at peace. You gotta be totally at peace. And it calls for a lot of inner work. But it is so rewarding. It is so rewarding. It's a touch of sanity. Because all week long we are a bit crazy. We're busy reacting to so much that's going on around us. It's so hard to live. One day a week where we can live and appreciate life. All right, we're short, but